Alright, well I just completed a water change on my tank and thought I would go ahead and shoot a new video using my Sony Handycam rather than the iPad. See what differences we can get out of it. Had a few new additions to the tank and some new growth that I thought I would show. Still hoping my videos can keep getting better and maybe I can eventually get some comments from you guys. I'm gonna keep posting them, so I hope I can get some comments on my tank, how I can make things better, and what you guys are using to video. Because like I said, I really like the videos that I'm seeing on YouTube. Than from Tattle Gardens, amazing videos. I know you talk about the things that you shoot with, but you use some pretty expensive stuff. So anyone else out there that's helped me out, LA Fish guys, I think you shoot with some camcorders. Another guy that I watch a lot of videos from. So let's see what's new in the tank. I added this rock right there, and I added the rock because I really wanted to add that pink bird's nest up top, and right below it I added some is it Twilight Zombie Pecatinia? Hopefully that's right. Neat piece of coral. I really like the pink bird's nest. And that pink plating coral, no, is not new. If you looked at my last video, it was there, and I broke it putting in the new rock. But breaking corals is, I've actually had some success with it, I just found out. So this Idaho grape that's right there, when I got that and I was putting it in the tank, it had actually plated over the frag, and I broke the piece over the frag off. Actually, it broke into two pieces. One of them I actually grabbed and mounted it back there, and the other piece I dropped, and it is now growing right out of the live rock there. So I didn't know what happened to it, and it's growing right on out of the live rock, which is really kind of cool. It's really attached itself on there and going. I've also added this orange Montipora digita. I hope I'm right with that. And I added some Joker fava. Right there, nice piece. Little, but nice. And I also added this, I believe it was Goober Grape Acan. A little bit different kind of acan. It's kind of instead of the soft heads on it, the heads are kind of hard and rough. And all these frags came from Your Reef in Roseville, Sacramento area. And while I was there, I saw this coral beauty. Really liked him. Very clean, very healthy looking. So I picked him up too. Your Reef's a great place. They've been really good to me. I've bought quite a bit of coral from them. Yeah, check them out online. I've been impressed with them. Right here next to this Alien Eye or Hollywood Stunner, I used to have some zoanthids, but they were closed up and I couldn't figure out what was going on. I was worried I had something going on in the tank, and the other night I found out that he was stinging them. So stung the zoanthids up pretty good. He was actually able to reach all the way over there, and sting them so they wouldn't open, so I had to move them on out of there. Still haven't gotten any comments on my video. I get my videos aren't that good, so I'm hoping to get better. These have continued to grow. I was asking for anyone that could maybe tell me what it is they were. Guess I just need to get to researching on my own. But they really are just growing like crazy out from underneath that mushroom, which the mushroom itself is working on splitting. So probably can't see it real well. Two heads inside there, two mouths inside there, and he's actually getting ready to split. My Sunny D's got a couple new polyps coming out on them, which is kind of nice. Haven't seen a lot of growth out of them. These, which I believe are my clementines, I've got an amazing amount of growth out of. Kind of hoping they'll slow down. Everything down here is growing pretty well. Not a whole lot of changes down there. But you guys could kind of pick up that coralline algae growing on that frag with the orange polyps and the coralline algae. It's really pretty. And a lot of new heads popping out. There was 2 heads on there when I got it, and we're up to about 6 now. If you looked at my first video, I showed this plating chalice right here that was almost touching that rock, and now you can see he's almost completely covering it. He continues to grow real well. Can barely see the frag in there anymore. Completely growing over everything. So everything's doing really well. Still a couple months away from being a reef tank for a year. I have these little white sponges all over the tank right now, and the angel seems to be loving going after them, which I'm hoping, in addition to going after me, I'm hoping it will get rid of a lot of those white sponges that I'm sick of looking at. Alright, well, still hoping for some comments on the video, what you think, ideas on how I can make things better. Once again, it's a 40-gallon, no protein skimmer, no sump, completely what I had in the 80s, minus the coral anyway. I had some great Fowler tanks in the 80s. Never had any idea about corals. But when I came back into the hobby, I knew corals, reef tank is what I wanted. But I still went with what I knew, which was hang on the back filters, under gravel filters, the lovely crushed coral, and power heads. So I know I'm running a pretty antiquated system, but I like it. I think, like Mr. Saltwater Tank says, you got to know your tank personality. I've been getting this one pretty good. Sorry I haven't read your book or whatever to know my tank personality according to you, but when I watch your videos, I know I can't really afford to keep up with what it is you're doing, but I do enjoy your videos, as well as LA Fish Guys. Jim does a great job on his videos. Don't know him, but when in LA I did visit a couple of the fish stores he had talked about. And Than from Tidal Gardens, you got to be doing the best videos out there. I wish I could get the camera equipment you're using to film, but I've got my Sony Handycam and my iPad, and hoping I can start improving on my videos. I think I told you guys that most of my corals have come from your Reef in Roseville, Sacramento area. Great little store you can check out online. I really like them. See what you think. I've also picked up a lot from a gentleman I met in San Francisco, Wrong Genotype, who I met on Northern Valley Reefers, nvr.com. I want to thank them for their website. And Bay Area Reefers, bar.com, another great website. I also look at SoCali Reefers. Friendly people on all these websites. I've been really impressed by how many great people I've met and how many of the frags I've picked up just from people I've met on their Craigslist. Believe it or not, I've had some great luck on Craigslist. And a guy, Angel in Benicia, who does some really great frag swap meets. I've been able to pick up some stuff from him, including a lot of knowledge. Great people, great hobby. A lot of work on a tank like this. I bet I've been spending a couple hours doing just a water change by the time I vacuum all this crushed coral out and clean the glass. And I do that once a week. And just a quick shot of the equipment that I'm using. Hang on the back filter with a UV sterilizer that I've added activated carbon to, and sort of my own filter media, just don't use what they sell. An Aqueon hang on the back filter that I've also put activated carbon in, a little sponge there on the outlet to make sure I'm filtering the water, and a double filter there, so getting as much filtration out of that as I can. And once again, the beams work, if you can see it. Beams work LEDs. Put that up, take a look at them. Pretty bright, unfortunately just white and blue, so not a great color spectrum. And I know my filming with the Sony Handycam doesn't really get great color, but just the white and blues really does show some good color on these corals. The yellows, the oranges, the purples, the blues, they all do show up. I see a lot more color that you guys are getting with some of the more expensive LEDs. I ended up with both of these LEDs off of eBay, and I'm into them for probably $100. So I can't really complain. My son talked me into, when we first started this tank, getting him this sea urchin, who I absolutely hate because he is magnificent at pushing my aquascaping around. And with this piece of live rock that's holding a lot of corals, I didn't use anything to bond it to those, and he likes to push it, I think just to piss me off, because I'm always worried he's going to knock it over. So I've been knowing I need to get some of the putty to fill in this little gaps to kind of lock it together. I just haven't done it yet. Again, hoping I can get some comments on my tank from you guys. Things I could do better. Let me know. Thanks.